Good morning, everyone. Welcome once again to Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we get set for Game 2 of this three-game series against the Hornets of Kalamazoo. It is another cloudy and another cold day, but 2 games remaining, and the Quakers will head to Florida. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Gerard O'Byrne to my right as we get set for the second game. Quakers look back to last night and wonder how did that one get away, but again, you look at the 4 errors, the late pitching, the lack of hitting, and it all added up to a 7-5 win for Kalamazoo.
Exactly, and just like we talked about yesterday, as bad as Earlham played, you go into the top of the ninth up 5-3, you have a chance to close the game out, and you weren't able to accomplish that. And I'm sure Coach Sakrositz really got into his team about how to finish games, and not going to guarantee anything, but I know we'll see a different team than we saw yesterday.
Kyle Gorman will go today. Kyle picked up the win in his first start, so we'll get a look at the right-hander for the Quakers in his second game of the season. Jack Taggett will go today for the Hornets. We will come back. We'll get the starting lineups, and Game 1 will be underway in just a few moments. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, 10 o'clock game time for Game 1. We'll follow that up after the first game, about 30 minutes for Game 2. And as we mentioned, then the baseball team will head to Florida, and they won't be back. In fact, we won't be back here until the 20th of March. So it'll be a nice break for them, chance to get down and hopefully play in some warm weather coming up here in the next few days. Here's how the Hornets will line up for Game 2. Jordan Wiley will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second at first base, Stephen Leclerc. Hitting third, the third baseman, Chase Koselman. Hitting fourth, the catcher, Alex Foltz. Hitting fifth in right field, Noah Hecht. Batting sixth in left field, Blake Bean. Batting seventh, the DH, Drew Nowitzki, who did not play. In fact, he played late yesterday, got a pinch run and scored a run, so he'll get his first at-bats of the season today. Hitting eighth and playing second base, Austin Duff, also getting his first start of the season. And hitting ninth and playing in center field is Zach Price-Stash. So it'll be Wiley, Leclerc, Koselman, along with Foltz, Hecht, Bean, Nowitzki, Duff, and Price-Stash. Jack Taggett will get the start here in game number 2. For the Quakers, leading things off in center field is Isaiah Shake. Batting second, the DH, Addison Robertson. Hitting third at third base, Danny Dopp. The cleanup hitter at first base, Austin Hatfield. Hitting fifth, the shortstop, Brian Pinsura. Batting sixth in left field, Cameron McCabe. Hitting 7th at catcher, Easton Embry. Hitting 8th in right field, Andrew McFadden. And hitting 9th at second base, Jackson Mitchell. Kyle Gorman goes today for the Quakers. So again for Earlham, Shake, Robertson, Dopp, Hatfield, Pinsur, McCabe, Embry, McFadden, and Mitchell. The first pitch coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boy's Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boy's Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
We are back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Kyle Gorman will get the start here in game number 2. And, of course, Gorman is a solid right-hander, has been now in his 3rd season for the Quakers. His first game out of the chute this year, 9 innings, gave up just 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. He picked up the win, has an ERA of 2 coming into this one. Let's go back to yesterday for a moment when you recap this ball game in which the Quakers led 5-2 going into that 8th inning, and then they give up those 5 unanswered runs. We mentioned the errors. You know, the one thing we didn't talk about is in the pitching side of things, they gave up 8 walks, which is really unheard of for a pitching staff that is led by Steve Sakasitz. That's the hard part I have a hard time figuring out. Now, take the conditions and whatnot, but what do they do to get refocused for this one today? Because you don't want to give up those free bases.
I think today the pitchers have to be I think it goes down to a point where you can't really blame the weather too much now anymore. You would have to tell these guys that, you know what, we're playing in bad weather and we might as well just get used to it because, you know, the weather can't control how we play. And so the pitchers today are going to have to do a much better job gripping the ball. They can't miss their zones, and I wouldn't be surprised if guys on a lot shorter leash today if they start walking a lot of people.
Yeah, one other aspect, when you look at the Quakers in their 6 games, they do have 49 strikeouts. Remember that Walter Talcott got 16 of those in one game. But the other thing you look at the 29 walks. in those 6 games. And so that's another really big number you look at this stage, and you think, well, what in the world are we going to do to fix it? We'll see. But then they have 11 errors, too. That's the other thing. The 4 errors yesterday was big.
It was huge, and I think no matter when you make the error in the game, it's going to come back to bite you at some point. Some teams are able to get away with it every now and then, but yesterday it really caught the Quakers, and Kalamazoo made them pay for it.
Now, you mentioned as Jordan Wiley will step to the plate that Kalamazoo probably could have made that game even worse because they left 14 guys on base.
And even the first inning, they had bases loaded with 1 out and only mustered 1 run.
Well, here's the guy who gets it going, and that is Jordan Wiley. Game time at 10:03, and the first pitch in there for a strike, and we are underway. We'll set the defense coming up in just a moment. Wiley, a couple of base hits yesterday as that pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wiley had 2 hits. Koselman had 2. Kareem had 2. Price-Statch had 2. And we did, by the way, want to give credit as that pitch is in there for a strike. At the end of the game, I misidentified Taggett. It was actually Kunick who came in and got the win at the end of the contest last night. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gorman with a sign in the pitch and got him looking. Good way to start this one.
I think even the last time Gorman pitched, he pitched after a bad 2 losses against Wingberg. Then Gorman comes in and he starts dealing, and so far, if he pitches well today, he's that pitcher that just comes in and just regathers the team.
You know, when you look at Gorman as Leclerc steps up, hitting 200, 2 runs driven in, he has been kind of in the shadow as the pitch is low and outside. He's been in the shadow of Talcott since they were both freshmen. And Walter had that great freshman year and just kind of does his job, didn't say a whole lot. And off to a good start this year as a junior. And that pitch will be bunted in front of the plate. Coming out is Embry. Throw to first, tag late on, but he'll be safe. Good effort at first base by Hatfield. And so Leclerc will bunt his way on. And the Hornets have a man on here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring a Koselman 333. No home runs, no runs driven in.
Kalamazoo has showed that they are not afraid to bunt no matter what the situation is.
You've really seen a little bit of everything from them. Yeah. They bunted yesterday, got on base. We saw them hit the ball in the gaps. No home runs yesterday, but they were stealing bases, 4 stolen bases yesterday, and that one in the dirt, that'll be a wild pitch. And the Kalamazoo fans must have got up early and ate some breakfast because they are cheering loud here early. 1 ball, no strikes.
There were times the way Kalamazoo played last night or yesterday where you couldn't tell that was their first game of the season. That's how they were playing that sufficient, but there also were times you could tell it was their first game of the season, and that comes with situational hitting.
Here's the stretch by Gorman in the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Defensively for the Quakers today, Embry behind the plate. Hatfield at first. Mitchell gets the start at second. Pinsura is at short. Danny Dopp down at third with McCabe, Shake, and McFadden from left to right in the outfield. Leclerc at second base, 1 away, the pitch. Low and outside, 3-0. And if I'm correct, and we've been doing baseball for a long time, this will be the first time we've started a game on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. So you're part of history here. I know you've really enjoyed that after.
I think I've been a part of a few histories here.
Plus you lost that hour of sleep, which makes everybody feel good. Here's the pitch.
Exactly.
In there for a strike. I actually went to bed last night, forgot to turn them ahead. Woke up this morning and thought,
some just don't feel right.
Some didn't feel right. 3 balls and a strike now to Koselman. So once again, as we saw in game 1, Hornets trying to get on the board first. The pitch on the way, hit well, base hit left field. Leclerc will round the bag at third. They will hold him up there. Good throw from the left fielder, McCabe. So back-to-back base hits. One, the infield variety. This one, a solid single to left. And here's Fultz. Fultz at .333 on the year.
Well, so far in this series, Kalamazoo has just done such a great job starting off the game in the first innings. Let's see if they capitalize a little bit more in today's matchup than they did in yesterday's matchup.
Being involved in athletics for so long, you kind of set the tone early. Try to really put the pressure on the other team. By the way, the wind is blowing again. I feel like we're in Chicago sometimes, the way the wind blows here now. Pitch is breaking ball in there for a strike, but temperature is coming in. It was 39 when I came in. With the wind, I'd venture to say it's probably in the lower 30s. Yeah, it was. We have not seen that warm-up we are promised all weekend. The rain came in after we got done last night, which is the good news, and it has moved out, but still the cold is here.
And whoever made that call to move the game up to 10, good call,
Good call. Fultz down on the count of no balls and a strike. As you see, runners now at first and third. Gorman comes set and the pitch right down the middle for a strike, and Fultz 0-2. Well, this is a long day for this Earlham baseball team, too, because when they're done here, they go back, get their stuff, whatever they need for the week long that they'll be on the road, and long drive.
Yep, long drive to Florida.
Check swing. He goes around. No throw down to second, so Fultz will strike out. And Fultz arguing with a home plate umpire, but to no avail. So 2 away. Here's Hecht. Should be a stolen base credited to Koselman. And now Hecht at .250 on the year. No home runs and 1 run driven in.
It's a good response by Gorman right there.
Yeah. Well, we saw this a couple of times yesterday as that's hit foul, where early in the ball game, Kalamazoo really could have put it to the Quakers.
Yes.
And that's what you were talking about with those left on base, where it could have been easily 4 or 5-0 in the first inning. Ended up 1-0.
Exactly. And look, they got 2 runners in scoring position right now, and back in the same position of leaving 2 runners in scoring position to start off the game.
Well, Noah Hecht behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Stretch by Gorman, a check of the runner at third and now second, and this will be fouled off. And will stay at 0-2. Always let you know here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, 310 down the left field line, but there is a monster. It's probably 40 feet high. 375 in the alleys, 390 dead center, and 325 down the right field line. But it is not a ballpark, though not big. There are not a ton of home runs hit here. Pitch is outside. You would think at times, as much as the wind blows, you get more home runs, but ball just doesn't carry that well here on a consistent basis.
No, not at all.
The wind, though, today is right at the moment blowing straight out center field. The stretch by Gorman. Here's the pitch on the way. That'll be tapped in front of the home plate area. The throw to first and a high throw, and they say it came back down and got him. Well, tough call at first base, and so the Quakers may have caught a break right there. We will head to the bottom of inning number 1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Kalamazoo nothing, Earlham coming to bat. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
We're back here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Tuesday, the oven-roasted chicken. Wednesday, the turkey breast. And Thursday, the Italian BMT. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Taggett gets the start here for the Kalamazoo Hornets in game number 2. Taggett, a right-hander, 6 foot 210, out of Frankenmuth, Michigan. Right-hander getting the start against a lineup for the Quakers that'll start with Isaiah Shake, Addison Robertson, and Danny Dopp. We were looking for some numbers on Taggett. Not sure he was part of the team last year. We didn't see any numbers, at least from the final statistics, but nonetheless, the Quakers will be up against a right-hander who appears to throw hard. At least early indications are he throws hard from the right side. And now let's see if the Quakers can get off to a good start. Interesting top of the first inning. A couple of calls that, of course, you look at the catcher. He didn't like the first call, Fultz, when he struck out. Is that pitch in there for a strike? And, of course, a bang-bang play down at first. Did you think he was safe or out?
Tough angle. Yeah. Tough angle from up here, but also Earlham very close to having a first error in the first inning to start off the game.
Yeah.
Some just about fielders making the throws, just the right throws. Hatfield's had to work a lot this season to make some quality catches over there.
Yeah, he has. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now 1-2. Isaiah hitting .455. No home runs. He has 1 run driven in, 5 stolen bases. He and Addison Robertson a combined 9 at the top of the order. And here's your 1-2 pitch on the way, low and outside. And the count is even at 2-2. Quakers come into this one at 3-3. They'd won 3 games in a row from Wilmington after dropping the first 2 to Wittenberg. That pitch is outside. And I would have ventured to say they felt they let that one last night get away, so they want to make sure they win these 2 games today before they head to Florida. Competition down there will be a little stiffer as well, as this one's hit to the third baseman. Koselman, high throw, but right there on target eventually to Leclerc, and there's one away. Here's Robertson. Addison at 174. As they would say, he has some catching up to do after starting the season at 0-17, and so he has raised his batting average 174 points after that cold start. 4 runs driven in for Addison, and the pitch is in there for a strike.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how Earlham responds offensively after having a very poor performance yesterday as well.
Yeah, just 4 base hits. Here's a strike.
And 3 of their 5 runs came on 1 hit, so.
You look at the amount of hits the Quakers have this year, they only have 10 extra base hits. So most of their stuff has been singles. 1-2. Team's ERA now at 4.83, which really isn't too bad considering what happened yesterday as that pitch in the dirt. But again, you had 4 errors in that ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Robertson.
Keeping it up. Find a way for us, kid.
Danny Dopp, who's on deck, had the best game of the day perhaps with the double and drove in 3 runs. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Taggett, 2 away. And here is Danny Dopp. Foltz behind the plate. Leclerc is at first. Duff at second. Wiley again at shortstop. Koselman at third. Bean, Price, Stash, and Hecht in the outfield, left to right. The pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Two away here in the bottom half of the first. The delivery on the way. That's in the dirt. And we'll go to 2-0. You're planning on, I'm sure there'll be a few fans that will get a chance to take advantage and maybe go to Florida when the team goes down. There's 3-0. I mean, not a bad way to spend a vacation in Fort Pierce, Florida. They're just a little bit north of Miami. Here's your 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. They won't play again until Tuesday. They'll see a familiar foe then. Kenyon will be there. That's a 1:30 start time. Gives the Quakers a chance to work out a little bit on Monday. Breaking pitch stays up high. That'll be a 2-out walk to Dopp. And here's Hatfield. So Quakers have a man on here in the bottom of the first inning. Hatfield at 320. He has 4 runs driven in. So once they make that long drive to Fort Pierce, they will get a chance to rest up and, again, maybe get a late workout on Monday. Won't play until 1:30 on Tuesday. The pitch on the way, up high. And that also will give the players an opportunity to spend some time in Florida doing whatever they want to do, right?
Not having to worry about school.
It's like being a professional player. There's a good fastball.
Yep. You said they're going to Fort Myers?
Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce.
Yeah. Really, from what I understand, a beautiful baseball complex built there. Not too far away from the Mets training camp in Port St. Lucie. I think that's where they are. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, right now in Fort Pierce, it's 78 degrees.
No.
So they're going to have a nice time down there.
Can't believe it's 78 there.
Supposed to be like 80 sometime tomorrow.
The stretch and the 1-2 pitch, awful close.
A little too close for comfort with 2 strikes right there, but clearly he had the better eye than we did.
So Hatfield hitting in the cleanup spot. The pitch, breaking ball got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Taggett. And Earlham will leave a man on here in the bottom of the first inning. After 1 complete on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No score. This is Earlham Baseball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
By the way, we were just talking a little bit ago about 78 down in Fort Pierce today. You said they're going to be 80 tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 81, 82.
82. And it's 39 here. I'm not sure if I were one of the Earlham players, I'd be more focused on how nice it's going to be down there than today's game. It'd be hard for me to think about 39 and playing baseball in a windy, cold day again.
Well, I'm sure that would be nice, but no player on Earlham's side has the luxury today to focus on Florida, after yesterday's performance.
Here is Blake Bean. Bean getting the start in left field, and the first pitch here in the inning grounded toward the second baseman Mitchell. And an easy throw to first, and one pitch, one out here in the second. When you're a pitcher, you need innings, something like that, where your guy will ground out one pitch and maybe get out of that in 3 or 4 pitches.
And then with that kind of out, it just gives your defense a little more confidence, gives them a quick boost, and you enjoy it as a coach because the less pitches your pitcher has to throw, the better.
There's another nice pitch. Novetzki did pinch run last night, gets the start today as the designated hitter. He's a senior. Kyle Gorman in his second inning, the leg kick and the pitch, caught the outside corner for 2 in a row. Things are a little quiet here today as we don't have the luxury of our public address announcer. That pitch is outside. Most people are celebrating that or don't even notice he's gone. He is here, but they've had some technical difficulties, so that's why you don't hear anything as far as the hitters coming to the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are now more concerned that he's down in the bullpen area. Might be trying to kite some equipment or something.
Wouldn't be surprised.
No. Hit foul. Good cut there by Novetzki. Of course, I asked him if he wanted to help, and he didn't want. I think he didn't want to sit with you. I think I'd take that as a little bit of an insult. And when you see him next time, just slap him around.
I don't want to hurt the man.
I know. 2-2. Check swing, it's low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, we will be interested now if he's the public address announcer for women's basketball when Cameron White ends up getting announced after she hurt his feelings earlier.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting senior day. Here's the payoff pitch on the way, hit to right field. McFadden is there, 2 away.
Yeah, he was not happy earlier with Cameron's comments.
I tried to warn her that he keeps score. It doesn't matter if something happened 10 years ago. He remembers it. He's a vindictive person.
And he always gets his payback.
He does. Austin Duff getting the start at second base. Left-handed hitter steps in. Pitch by Gorman. He's pitching well. I mean, he's finding his spots on the outside. Gorman gave up the back-to-back base hits in the first inning. That one hit back up the middle sharply, base hit into center. So a 2-out single by Austin Duff. Third hit of the ball game now by the Hornets.
Picking up right where they left off. Had, 12 hits?
12 hits yesterday. 3 more now. Here's Zach Price-Tash.
They don't have any problem hitting the baseball.
Well, they were a 300 hitting team last year, so, and a lot of those guys are back. The pitch by Gorman, chopped over the mound. The shortstop Pinsura steps on the bag, and so 2 of those outs came with just 2 pitches. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No score here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Want to remind you today's game brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. If you're looking for a place to stay when you're in the Richmond area, make sure you check out the Best Western Classic. You get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and of course a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. Pinsura, McCabe, and Embry all due up for the Quakers here in the bottom of inning number 2. As you saw on the break board, Quakers still looking for their first base hit. They got the walk, Danny Dopp in the first inning. Pinsura hitting at .368, no home runs. He has driven in 5. He has 6 stolen bases. Taggart's pitch, grounded toward the shortstop. Wiley. He's about as good as it gets. It's a wide throw, but the first baseman, Leclerc, stays on the bag. There's one away. One thing about Wiley, there's not much that gets by him at shortstop.
Nope, not at all. It's a great player out there, and that kind of play just shows why.
Here is Cameron McCabe at .333, no home runs. He has driven in 5. Taggart's pitch. You know, baseball is so much more fun when the pitchers are around the plate. I know last night was maybe an anomaly for all of us to watch the amount of walks on both sides. That pitch in there for a strike. But when guys are throwing strikes, you're getting those ground ball outs. It really makes it fun, especially when it comes down to the end of the game.
Exactly, and I also think it keeps everybody in rhythm.
Yeah.
You have multiple walks from a pitcher, and your fielders are just standing there. It kind of just stiffens them up a little bit.
Yeah, I think it stiffens us all up a little bit. McCabe down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes. One away as we play here in the bottom of the second inning. Taggart with the pitch, and that's going to be low. 1-2. Well, baseball to me wasn't meant to have a bunch of guys walking. Now, a lot of people say that for individual players that can coax a walk all the time, as that's hit foul down the right field line, shows the ability to take pitches, and you have a really good eye on what's a strike and what's not a strike. But some of the pitching we saw yesterday, those pitches weren't even close.
No, some of them. And the catcher, Whistle, had to really work hard.
Yeah.
There was a lot of balls in the turf.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He was put in a situation a couple of times where guys are on base, and he wasn't given a really good opportunity to throw him out. Fly ball foul once again. So McCabe battling here in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little shift now. All the players, in fact, everybody kind of shifted back to the left. Straight away in the outfield, shallow and right. The pitch is a breaking ball hit foul, and he is sending several of those out into the grass area to our right. And we'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Taggart with that high leg kick and the pitch. Came back with a breaking ball. And it's 3-2.
Hey, make it a great at bat right here, 5. Come on, babe.
Not a bad crowd here today for an early morning start.
Dedicated fans out there.
There you go. How about that? Another foul ball. Ball chasers are busy.
Make them open a new box. Come on, 5.
Make them open a new box. There you go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Got him on a high fastball. Well, I like the way he battled, though.
Yeah.
Good battle, kid. Good battle.
And again, a lot of the times what we've seen is when pitchers are able to battle, it usually turns out in their favor. And he actually got the pitch he wanted. The ball was a little high. He just ended up chasing after it.
Yeah, you see about every piece of his repertoire as you're going to see maybe in one at bat. Here's Easton Embry, .333, no home runs, 2 runs driven in. And that pitch in there for a strike. Easton gets the start today behind the plate. There's another breaking ball. Caught the inside corner, 0-2.
Taggart's just doing a very good job of hitting his spots, and the Earlham hitters are just having a hard time figuring out this pitcher.
Just outside. You could hear Taggett grunt a little bit on that pitch. He was raring back and going to give you a little bit more. You know, I thought that Gilhouse pitched fairly well yesterday. Did give up the 5 walks, though. Ground ball to the shortstop, Wiley. And that'll do it for the Quakers. A 1-2-3 second inning. We will head to the top of the third. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, no score.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Hey, today's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school, group, or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on that transaction to the school, group, or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. We are heading to the third. Still no score. Things brightening up a little bit here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Maybe these clouds will clear out. We'll get some sunshine here maybe today.
Hopefully. Again, it did hit the 50s late last night, and we were hoping.
But it was raining too much. Couldn't even go outside then, though.
No. Well, I was outside for a little bit, but after I got inside, I didn't come back in. I didn't go back out.
This is Wiley, Leclerc, and Koselman to lead things off here in the third. No runs, 3 hits, no errors now for Kalamazoo. Zeros on the board for the Quakers, and Gorman's first pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. You said you went to the airport.
That was this morning.
Oh, this morning?
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0. 1 ball, 1. So you got up this morning and went to the airport.
Yep.
Wow.
Got up this morning at 3:30.
Wow.
Yep. Had to drop somebody off.
You been up ever since?
No, I came back. I got back.
Bunted in foul territory, making the catch is Embry.
What a diving play by Embry. That's the kind of effort you love to see from your catcher.
So there's 1 away. That's a great play. And that'll bring up Leclerc.
It's that kind of effort you need from everybody on the team if you want to get to the type of success that you are hoping for.
Well, that keeps Wiley off the base paths as well.
Yes, Wiley is dangerous. We saw him steal, 2 or 3 bases yesterday's game?
He just wreaks havoc when he's on the base paths. That pitch is low and outside. Leclerc picked up an infield base hit, advanced on a wild pitch, and was left stranded in the first inning. The 1-0 just outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Gorman, other than the base hit in the second inning, sailed through inning number 2, and the pitch right down the middle for strike 1.
Let's go, Kyle. Even it up right here, kid. Let's go, babe.
Gorman gets the sign, the pitch. Hit well into center field. Shake is there. Will make the catch, 2 away. See, that ball just didn't carry.
Yeah, no.
Here's
You
Colson.
said it right. Balls just do not carry at this stadium.
You know, what is kind of funny about left-handed hitters here, you just don't see very many of them pull down the line either. It's only 325, and if you got a little bit of a breeze, we've seen one home run here this year, and it's been to right field. That's been it, right?
We've seen 2.
To right field?
Yes.
Okay.
One guy from Wittenberg hit it just over the fence, and then
that one barely cleared it.
Wilmington hit off the scoreboard.
That's right, yep. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, that was the better one.
I thought, yes, because the Wilmington home run, I think everybody knew it was a home run as soon as it left his bat.
Yeah.
I thought the one from Wittenberg, I thought that one carried a little bit over the fence.
Yeah, that was wind aided.
Yes.
It foul. That was when we had gusts of 50 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that one did get in the jet stream, but it still barely cleared it.
It barely got there.
I think if it was McFadden in right field, I think he thought he had a play on it.
I think for a minute people thought,
good pitch.
Really nice pitch.
All right, we will come back as Koselman strikes out to finish out the third inning for the Hornets. We will come back, see if the Quakers can get on the board. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No score.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Back again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. No score as we head now to the bottom half of the third inning. McFadden, Mitchell, and Shake as the Quakers go 8, 9, and 1 in the order. McFadden at .333 on this young season. No home runs and 1 run driven in. Taggart's first pitch. Fastball is high, 1-0. Quakers as a team now hitting at .275. There's another fastball.
So far in the first 6 games of the season, this hitting has just not been there for Earlham. I think 1 game out of their 6 has been over double-digit hits, but I could be wrong on that one.
Yeah, it hasn't been as consistent as they would like it to be. As McFadden falls behind a 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and he got him looking. He's throwing pretty well.
Yes, he is.
So 1 away, and that'll bring up Mitchell. Mitchell, 267. No home runs. He has driven in 5. Mitchell at a playing field from one Quaker team to another. 1-0. Taggart's next pitch. Grounded foul, third base side.
Baseball runs in the family for Mitchell. I was talking to him a couple weeks ago. I think his older brother is a part of the Dodger organization.
Really?
Yeah. It's either the Dodgers or the Padres. He's one of those 2 teams in California.
2 balls and a strike. Hopefully it's not the Dodgers. I know you don't like the Dodgers.
No, I don't.
Anybody in the right mind shouldn't like the Dodgers. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2.
I wouldn't recommend California then.
Yeah.
He'll be surrounded.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch fouled off. That one right in on the hands of Mitchell. Well, now, of course, you get a little further north. You got San Francisco. Those people are rabid.
That is true.
Giants fans.
That is true.
San Diego, nobody even remembers they have a team most of the time, even though Machado's down there now. But here's the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. A strikeout throw out, 2 away.
How many strikeouts does Taggett have?
He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now.
Taggett is just dealing on these batters.
Yeah, he's throwing well.
Yes, he is. He's hitting all his spots, and he seems to have complete control of the grip of the ball, and whatever pitch is being called from the catcher or from the coaching staff, he is doing a very good job executing on those pitches.
Fastball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Isaiah grounded out his only time up. Low and inside, 2-0. Quakers would love to get this guy on right here. Check swing.
Yeah, he went.
This is the one way the Quakers can get their offense rolling is get Shake and Robertson on base and then let those guys behind them get to work. Taggart's next pitch on the way is low for ball 3. Of the hitters he has faced, 2 times he's gone 3 balls, and it's been Isaiah Shake. And he let that one get away, 2-out walk. So the Quakers get a man on, and here's Addison Robertson. Only the second base runner now for the Quakers. Both have been walks. Robertson, a strikeout victim in the first inning. So keep an eye on Isaiah Shake. So we mentioned 5 stolen bases. Gets a really good lead down at first. The pitch is low. Good block there by Foltz. Foltz, one of those veteran catchers. You like his game. You like Wiley defensively. They are strong up the middle. Duff getting the start at second base today. There's another one. Gets in the dirt, and this time gets by Foltz. So a wild pitch.
One of the rare off pitches we've seen from Taggart today.
Yeah, he went low the last time. Foltz was able to block the first one, but not this one. So now the Quakers have a runner in scoring position for the first time. 2 balls and no strikes now to Robertson. Stretch by Taggart. Check of the runner at second, and the pitch is outside. And how this game can change in a short amount of time. You get the first 2 guys, and all of a sudden things aren't quite as smooth.
Well, in yesterday's game, we saw a few times from Kalamazoo a couple of 2-out rallies when they got a few runs off of that. So,
well, you saw Taggart that time kind of step behind the pitching rubber, and know he's working on maybe getting some mud out of his cleats if there is any mud right there, but I think he just took a little more time. Try to get his composure back. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a check swing, and the second baseman, Duff, over to get it, and the throw's off the mark. Runner will score, and Earlham gets on top of this one 1-0.
All you got to do is just put the ball in play. I think we've seen countless times teams not being able to execute on defense.
That probably would be scored an error because of the bad throw by Duff. He got to the baseball in time. However you want to score it, the Quakers lead this one 1-0. And that'll bring up Danny Dopp, and the pitch is inside, 1-0. So you get the first 2 guys, and that walk did it again.
Walks come back to hurt you.
Dopp walked his first time up. 2 walks in the ball game again by Taggart, but now none bigger than the one that scored moments ago with Isaiah Shake crossing the plate. The stretch by Taggett with a runner down at second base. The pitch hit foul. Well, you wonder why the runner ended up at second base. The baseball ended up in the dugout. I didn't see if Fultz was down there backing up the throw. But once it went off the first baseman's glove, Leclerc, it just went into the dugout. There's another foul ball. Now Danny behind at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, now you just battle up, kid. Get your pitch. Come on, Danny.
Robertson at second. Quakers lead it 1-0. Taggett comes set at the belt. This one hit well. Base hit. Coming up and throwing as it's going to be a bad throw from the left fielder, Bean. And driving in the run, Danny Dopp, and the Quakers now lead it 2-0. And Earlham gets their first hit. So Danny able to do his job. Here's Hatfield.
Nice 2-out rally. And again, we've seen a few times, I think, with teams, when you get 2 outs, you feel like the inning may be just about over. And next thing you know, a couple of bad pitches, and you get a walk, and then a couple of misplaced pitches, and you get a few base hits, and then you got an error.
Yeah, to let you know how this thing has turned out, if you just joined us, we Quakers struck out McFadden and Mitchell, both guys striking out, and then Isaiah Shake able to draw the walk. The wild pitch advanced into second. Robertson reaching on the air. That scored Isaiah. And then the base hit by Danny Dopp driving in the second run. So now the Quakers lead it 2-0, and Hatfield, a strikeout victim, will step to the plate here in the bottom of the third. That was a brief visit to the mound. Mike Ott, the head coach at Kalamazoo. He is in his 7th year. As Taggett trying to settle down and get out of the inning, and that one is hit foul. And one thing about being a pitcher, you got to come back. You got to let all that go now.
Got to have a short memory.
The stretch in the 0-1 pitch just outside. One ball, 1 strike. Hatfield, 4 runs driven in. They're counting in him for some power in the middle of that order. Check swing. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Danny Dopp at first. You've got to keep an eye on him as well. Time called. Dopp is one of those sneaky guys at first base. He'll steal one on you if you're not paying attention. May not be a bad idea to get him going right here and maybe a hit and run. 2 outs. The stretch and the throw over. They were maybe thinking the same thing.
Nah, Danny Dopp's lead, it's not that big enough for to really think he's going to go after second base.
Yeah, let's see if he does this time.
Nah,
he's shortening it, but he likes looking at him jump back and forth. He's got you thinking, though. That one's in the dirt again, another wild pitch, so Danny doesn't have to think about stealing a base.
Nope, that was an easy base right there.
Hey, get another one on 2 outs here, Austin. Let's go.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second wild pitch of the inning. And Hatfield, chance to drive in the 3rd run of the inning. Taggett will come set. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball, and Hatfield able to stay in there as he fouls it into the screen.
Hey, you just battle just like that, kid.
And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quaker hitters really battling against the right-hander Taggett. We've seen some guys foul off several pitches. Hatfield takes a look at second. The pitch on the way, and it's low. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count out of Hatfield.
And remember, this has all been done with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah. There seems to be common denominators with 2 outs and a lot of walks, too. They ground ball foul.
I like it. Keep working, 17.
And I mean common denominators. Every time it happens, or at least the majority of the time, you get those 2 outs, you really struggle getting the third. Team comes back and scores runs, or if you walk guys, we've seen that now in the inning.
Yeah.
You get runs there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at second. Taggett needs 1 more to get out of the inning. The pitch. High fly ball into right field. Hecht is there, and he will make the catch. And the Quakers pick up 2 runs in the inning thanks to a couple of miscues by the Hornets. And Earlham on top of this one, 2-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
We are heading now to the top of the 4th inning. Gerard will take you through the next 3, and I gave you 2 runs. The rest now for a while is up to you.
Well, if they end up blowing it, I'm not taking the blame for it.
If they blow it, it's somebody else's fault.
First pitch for Gorman will be outside for ball 1. At the plate for Kalamazoo is the catcher, Foltz. Gorman's pitch will be down the middle for strike 1, so a 1-1 count. Gorman's done a very solid job pitching to start off today's matchup. I think he's very comfortable on the mound. 1-1 count for Foltz. Just outside for strike 2. 1-2 count. Foltz not agreeing with the call. Been a few calls in today's matchup that Foltz hasn't really agreed with. Foltz foul tips that ball.
Our insider said on that one play that they called out his foot was off the bag.
And he had a good view of it too. But I think everybody thinks they're umpires now today. Foltz hits a high, deep fly ball into right field. McFadden is there, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Coming up to the plate for Kalamazoo is the right fielder, number 22, Noah Hecht. He grounded out in his first at-bat. And the first pitch of the at-bat will be a pop fly in foul territory, and it will go out of play for strike one. I think Gorman has settled himself down a little bit.
Yeah, I think both of them have really been solid.
Yeah.
In their first 3 innings of work, a hiccup here or there, but I really kind of like the way both of them are throwing.
I think the difference between the two so far is just the walks we saw in the last inning from Taggett.
Yeah, and those 2 wild pitches certainly didn't help either.
Yeah, moving runners over.
And both guys been around the plate.
Yeah. That ball is off the turf for ball 2, so a 2-1 count for Hecht. 1 out in the inning. Earlham leads 2-0. Kalamazoo with 3 hits in the ball game. That ball is in there for strike 2. 2-2 count. Umpire staying consistent with that outside corner. Gorman's pitch. Hecht will hit a grounder. Dopp is there for the field. And the throw is in time for out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, Dopp has a really strong arm. Sometimes it's a little bit inaccurate, but
that one was good enough. Just think about it. That ball maybe is a little low in the dirt. Hecht might beat that throw out.
I think Will and Danny and the rest of them know. They know who the speed guys are. So
Blake Bean at the plate for Kalamazoo, and he takes a strike. He grounded out in his last at-bat to the second baseman. Gorman's pitch just outside for ball 1. So 2 outs in the inning, 1-1 count for Bean. Outfield straight up. Bean showed bunt, but missed for strike 2. So now a 1-2 count. He tried to quickly do a base hit for bunt. And Gorman gets Bean looking for strike 3 to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Earlham. They lead 2-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball. We're going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Earlham leads 2-0, and leading off for Earlham in the inning will be shortstop Brian Pinsura. He grounded out in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 in today's matchup, and 0 for 6 in the series against Kalamazoo. Taggett still on the mound. A couple of pitchers warming up in Kalamazoo's bullpen. Taggett's first pitch is high for ball 1. 1-0 count. Nice base hit single to right field by Pinsura. So he gets his first hit of the ball game. So Earlham gets the leadoff hitter on base with the left fielder Cameron McCabe coming up to the plate. Taggart's ball bounces off the dirt. Nice block by Foltz. Keep Pensura at first base. Pensura does have quite a bit of stolen bases this season, so wouldn't be surprised if coach sends him. Low ball for ball 2. So a 2-0 count for McCabe. Pensura on first base. No outs in the inning. Taggart goes to first on the pickoff, but Pensura beats the throw back. Pensura with the takes off for second. The hit run is on. A nice grab from center field by Price Dash. He goes to first, try to get the double play, but Pensura beats the throw back. Really nice catch there by Price Dash to make the out right there.
Yeah, ball sounded better than it did. I mean, it'd be just a ball that died in center field. Not much really that the hitter could do about that one. There's just, ball just will not carry.
Nope, not at all at this ballpark. Easton Embry at the plate for the Quakers. Taggart's pitch. Embry will hit one to right field. And the catch is made.
See, I think it's big for Taggart, especially after giving up those 2 runs in the last inning, coming back, getting an easy inning, settle him in a little bit, and get a little bit of his confidence back, too.
Well, it didn't start off easy with the nice single from Pensura, but nice response from Taggart to get 2 quick outs. And Andrew McFadden at the plate for Earlham. He struck out in his last at-bat. Pickoff to first base is not in time. Two outs in the inning. Pensura on first. Timeout called by McFadden. Taggart taking a little bit of his time. As mentioned, a few players warming up in the bullpen for Kalamazoo. Taggart's pitch is outside. Ball 1. One-0 count for McFadden. Pensura takes off. Ground ball hit to third base. Nice catch by Leclerc at first base for out number 3. So that will end the inning. 1 hit for Earlham, no runs. They still lead 2-0 on the Wesley Bates Wolf Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College baseball. Gorman still on the mound for Earlham. He's done a very nice job in today's matchup. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Quakers. Leading off for Kalamazoo is the designated hitter, Drew Novetsky. He lined out in his last at-bat, and he takes a strike for the first pitch of the inning. Gorman's pitch. He's in there for strike two. I think he is quite comfortable on that mound right now.
Well, you could tell he took something off that pitch.
Yeah.
It looked like more of a changeup.
Fouled out of play by Novetsky. Stays 0-2.
See, and that really didn't even look like a fastball either. The break came back to the inside, almost looked a little bit like a slider.
Gorman's pitch. I think that was a slider right there. Outside for a ball, so 1-2.
I'm still kind of curious why there was diamond dry put on there. There are only dirt areas right in front of the pitcher.
Yeah.
Why that would have been wet if it were covered last night. And the only reason I bring that up is that was foul. Footing as you're stepping ahead.
Yeah.
They haven't had to worry about that, but we saw Taggett go back, clean off his cleats. I'm curious if Gorman is having any issues, but I think there's a conspiracy here. Somebody got some water on that. I know it rained heavily last night, but they always have it covered. There you go.
And strike three. That was a nice breaking ball right there. Novetsky goes down swinging for the first out of the at-bat.
He's really mixing up his pitch as well. Breaking pitch, fastball, come back with a breaking pitch, came back with another breaking pitch. Got them all off balance at the moment.
Yes, he does. And I don't know, it was raining so hard yesterday. Maybe some water got through.
Well, I'll have to ask Zach about that. He never has a hole in any of his tarps that I know of.
Austin Duff at the plate for Kalamazoo. He foul tips that pitch off for strike one, so he's got an 0-1 count.
I'm pretty sure if we were at McBride, we wouldn't be playing today.
I doubt it.
Wouldn't hold the water.
Yeah. I think that's where an advantage of having a turf field comes in.
There are a lot of baseball, like if you go down to Miami, they don't have that dirt area. Everything is turf. So they even step off of that.
I just think the dirt on the pitcher's mound gives the pitchers just a little more
natural feel.
Yeah. I think more of a stick on your foot too.
Yeah.
Nice base hit from Duff. It gets by the freshman Mitchell at second base for a single. So 1 out single from Austin Duff. Nice diving play from Mitchell. Just couldn't get there in time. It gets by him. And that will bring up the center fielder, Zach Prystash.
Mitchell playing a little bit more towards second base. They're kind of pinching the middle. And that ball went right where it needed to go in order to get it by Mitchell.
Oh,
that's a pretty good snap throw right there.
That really was. Nearly got him. But Duff just beats the throw. That pitch in there was for a strike for Prystash. 1 out in the inning. Gorman with the pickoff, but Duff beats it back. I don't think Duff was really off the bag that much right there.
Whistle started yesterday behind the plate. Didn't have a great day throwing. I'd be curious to see Embry. He's got a really strong arm.
Yeah. High pop fly hit to center field. Shake is under it, and he makes the easy grab for out number 2 in the inning. So now 2 outs in the inning for Earlham. And stepping up to the plate for Kalamazoo is the shortstop Jordan Wiley. He is 0 for 2 in today's matchup after having a well of a ball game in yesterday's outing.
I was going to go back to Embry for a moment. You look up and down that lineup for Earlham just from the roster standpoint. All their catchers are young guys. There's not a veteran on this team that's had a ton of experience.
Duff takes off for second. Embry's throw is high, and Jackson Mitchell is unable to get the tag down as Austin Duff steals second.
Well, I didn't think it wasn't a great pitch to handle. It was low and outside. He has to backhand it, bring it to the catcher's mitt. That's not a fair assessment of Embry. The throw was still strong, but need a little better pitch.
It's a lot of work for a catcher to try to throw out a stealing base runner. Gorman's pitch, low for ball 2, so a 2-0 count for Wiley. 2 outs in the inning. Duff with a nice lead off second base. Earlham's outfield. Low for ball 3. So a 3-0 count for Wiley as he looks to get on base for the first time in today's game. And I don't anticipate Wiley swinging at this pitch, even if it is a strike. And that is low for ball 4, and it is a pass ball, so Duff will move to third base. So now with 2 outs in the inning, runners on first and third, and the first baseman Leclerc is stepping up to the plate. Sacco sits telling his outfield to move over a little bit. Shake makes a few steps towards left center. Duff at third and Wiley at first. I anticipate Wiley stealing second in a pitch or two. Gorman tries to pick off at first, tried to catch Wiley jumping, but he does not fall for it. He gets back in time.
Well, the common theme again, 2 outs.
Yeah.
Got to close them out here.
Exactly. And hopefully that was a lesson Earlham took from yesterday's game. Gorman tries to pick off again, but Wiley is ready for it. Beats the throw.
And what I'm hoping, if I'm Kalamazoo, let's split your attention with Gorman. If I can get Wiley going and you throw it down to second, bad throw scores a run.
Exactly. Wiley's going to steal the base. Leclerc first pitch. It's a grounder to second. Mitchell is there. And he makes the out for out number 3. Nice play by Mitchell. So Earlham leads 2-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond. Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball. We do have a pitching change for Kalamazoo. Freshman number 28, Jack Brockhouse, is stepping to the mound for his first collegiate game.
He is out of Birmingham, Michigan. 6'6", 190 pounds.
And at the plate for Earlham is Jackson Mitchell. I wonder, do you think it's a little bit of a surprising move after the way Taggart was pitching?
I don't know. Maybe Taggart they just knew maybe what his pitch count was going to be.
Okay,
didn't want to get early in the season. But I think both teams certainly want to see what they've got in their bullpens if you get a chance. And they've got a lot of young arms to look at. So
1-1 count for Mitchell. And Brockhouse's pitch is off the turf for ball 2. And I think you can even see it up here, just the height Brockhouse has on him. He's legit 6'6".
Oh, yeah.
They weren't lying about that.
You even go back to yesterday when they lifted Gilhouse, who, again, had given up the 5 walks, but I thought at the time he was throwing, he was actually throwing pretty well. So he only went 4 1/3 innings. And I know the reaction that when he saw the head coach coming, it wasn't a good one because he wanted to stay in the ball game.
No, and that's just the competitiveness of Gilhouse right there. Two-1 count for Jackson Mitchell. Brockhouse's pitch is outside for ball 3. But I will say, Brockhouse does have some speed on them fastballs.
Yeah, in fact, both the starter and Brockhouse.
Yeah. Because that goes back to yesterday's pitcher. I don't remember his name, but I remember he was like 5'10", maybe 150, and you talked about how fast his fastball was. I think it was I'm not even
yeah, that was Propson, wasn't it? Was 5'10", 155 pounds.
And you talked about how fast his fastball was for a guy not that normally you see bigger guys have strong arms, but he had a nice strong arm for his size. And now we get a 6'6" pitcher out here, and he's got a strong arm himself. And he gets Jackson Mitchell looking for the strike 3 for his first collegiate strikeout.
Well, you don't generally see, unless you're a Randy Johnson type, you don't see a whole lot of left-handers throw really, really hard. Now, the Division III level guys are probably not really hard throwers, but he's not too bad for a freshman.
And well, Randy Johnson was 6'10".
Yeah.
That was a big man.
That made a big difference.
Yeah. At bat for the Quakers is Isaiah Shake, and he takes a strike. So an 0-1 count. Yeah, Randy Johnson was a bad boy.
Yeah. There are very few like him.
Oh, yeah. Strike 2 for Shake. So a quick 2 strikes for Brockhouse.
But you know the difference is now it's not unusual for guys to throw 100 miles an hour. It's almost such a common occurrence that you're like, okay, so what? Yeah.
Foul tip from Shake, who stays alive at 0-2. Yeah, and some guys are now, it's not just 100. It's like 104, 105. And I'm wondering as a batter, how do you see that?
I have no idea. Not sure I'd want to stand up there and have one coming at me.
I wouldn't either. Ball down low for ball 1, so a 1-2 count for Shake.
And I don't think that's fair to a lot of pitchers. I mean, everybody's not going to throw 100 plus, but there's some guys out there that can throw all kinds of things, and they don't think they're great pitchers because they don't throw 100 plus.
Shake hits a grounder to third base, but a nice play from Kozelman. And he makes the throw across the diamond, and a nice grab by Leclerc for out number 2.
Well, those are the hard ones, hit right at you.
Yeah.
And you could tell he kind of pulled his head away and look what I found. But bottom line is he made the play.
Yes, he did. And now Addison Robertson at the plate. He drove in a run in his last at-bat off a – well, I don't think he didn't – does he get credit for the RBI when it's off an error?
Depends on the situation.
It happened when because the ball went into the dugout. So Dopp advanced to home after that.
I think it'd be an unearned run.
A 1-1 count for Robertson. 2 outs in the inning.
And that's why we let official scores take care of that stuff.
Exactly.
That
was a nice breaking ball. That was nice. For strike 2, so a 1-2 count. And for his first collegiate game, it doesn't seem he has any nerves on him.
No.
And he gets Robertson swinging. The throw down is good. So a quick 2 strikeouts for the freshman in his first collegiate appearance. 2 strikes in the inning. No hits, no runs for Earlham. They are still up 2-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
At Earlham College, we don't see the world as a project.
We see it as our purpose.
We are always exploring,
always collaborating,
always focused on improving the world. Earlham College, always moving forward.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College baseball. Earlham leads Kalamazoo 2-0 going into the top of the 6th. Kyle Gorman still on the mound for Earlham. Last time he pitched for the Quakers, he did get the complete game. Third baseman Chase Koselman will lead off for Kalamazoo.
Maybe 2 in a row.
Hey, he's certainly on his way. Koselman is 1 for 2 in today's game. He struck out in his last at-bat. And he starts off the at-bat with a strike. So an 0-1 count. Ball's outside for ball 1, 1-1. I think Gorman's done a nice job today of just maintaining his pitches. He's done a great job with the breaking ball. And I think the coach has done a good job mixing up the pitches.
And he's been able to get out of trouble, too.
That too. Ball's down low for ball 2. So a 2-1 count for Koselman. And he hits it right back up the middle past Pinsura at short for a single to center field. Kalamazoo gets his leadoff hitter on base. And we will have a timeout in action as coach comes to talk to Gorman.
Well, they don't have anybody throwing in the bullpen, so they are going to talk to see how he feels. That'll give them time to get whoever they want in the bullpen ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's something they maybe noticed yesterday's game. Maybe something Koselman likes to do on the base path, or maybe how they want to pitch to Foltz.
And generally what you'll find is when that coach goes out there, the first thing he'll do is ask the catcher how he thinks he might be throwing, and if you get the go-ahead, he'll probably stay in.
Yeah.
And sometimes that doesn't always work out very well if the pitcher is looking at the catcher thinking, hey, go ahead and tell him I'm okay. But sometimes you just got to be truthful.
Oh, yeah.
And if he's not throwing as well as they need him to be, then you make the change. But Earlham's coaching staff generally pretty patient with their pitchers.
Gorman's first pitch is off the dirt, but a nice block by Embry. Alex Foltz at the plate.
Well, that didn't look well, did it?
So a 1-0 count for Foltz. Kozelman at first. Gorman with the pickoff, not in time.
Look at that. I love technology. Thank you, sir. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is. Foltz fouls it down the third base line for strike one, so he now has a 1-1 count. No outs in the inning and a runner on first base. Now got the live stats working.
There you go.
Pickoff at first is not in time. Kozelman beats the throw.
You know, if you're a baseball junkie and you like stats, these live stats are great.
Yeah, those are
Look at all that
pretty
stuff
good,
on it.
yeah.
It's pretty, too. It's got a little...
Credit to our stats, people.
Yes.
1-1 count for Foltz. Pass ball from Embry. Kozelman will easily take second.
They hate the free base. That's tough when you give that up, put a guy in scoring position, especially when it's a 2-run lead.
And especially with no outs in the inning. And now a 2-1 count for Foltz. Runner on second. Gorman finds himself in a little bit of a jam. This pitch will be a swing and a miss from Foltz. So now a 2-2 count. For Foltz. Foltz is 0 for 2 in today's matchup. He fouls that ball off to stay alive in the count.
You know, with all this, you'd never have to use paper again, would you?
No, but just in case they get one wrong, we got it right over here.
Yeah, I'm helping you with the game, but I'm admiring the stats, too.
Still a 2-2 count.
Oh, run
nice
at him.
Play by Gorman. Gets the out at first, but Kozelman will take third.
See, I think if you run, I think you run at the guy. Kozelman got such a big lead.
Yeah.
And you had your second baseman, Mitchell, coming over. Even if he takes off back to the bag, I think a good throw gets him at second.
I do as well, and I think that we saw that in a situation with Christian yesterday when he ran at the base runner. And
well, they got to freeze because they're not sure which way you're going to go with it. They want to make you commit first, and I think they would have got that lead runner. And he's going to score.
Yep, Kozelman scores off the grounded to shortstop from Hecht. He will be out on the throw from Pensura. But again, Kalamazoo now gets on the board.
All right, you say trade the run for the out. I just think in a close ball game like that, if you had a chance to get him, keep him at second base, no worse than second base, you get the ground ball there, two outs, and get this guy here. But in Gorman's defense, I guess you turn and look and make sure at least I'm going to get one out of the deal.
But I think you were right. I think you could have ran at him. Gorman's pitch is in there for a strike, so now a 1-1 count. And again, Kalamazoo is on the board, 2-1 now, and Gorman's pitch is in there again for strike 2. So Blake Bean now with the 1-2 count. Gorman gets the pitch he likes. And he gets Blake Bean looking for strike 3. His second consecutive strikeout looking. And that will end the inning for Kalamazoo. They do get 1 run in the inning, so they are trailing. Earlham is winning 2-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we'll be right back.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Earlham College Baseball. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Earlham leads 2-1 after Kalamazoo gets a run in his previous at-bat. Colson came across the plate when Noah Heck to the grounder to shortstop. Leading off for the Quakers in this half of the inning will be Danny Dopp, the third baseman. Dopp is 1 for 1 in the game, also has a walk. And Brockhouse's first pitch will be a strike. And Brockhouse seems very comfortable on that mound right now. In there for strike 2. So a quick 0-2 count for Dopp. Brockhouse's pitch. Ooh. Nearly strike 3, but the says a little far outside, so it's a 1-2 count. Generous call right there.
Yeah, one side loved it, the other side didn't, huh?
His pitch, now that one was a ball.
I was watching Gorman down in the bullpen. It appears he's going to stay in. There's no one throwing, but he is really digging out that mud in his cleats.
Somehow some water got up there.
Yeah, it's just unusual. And he's been working on it ever since he left the mound. He's sitting over there just digging and digging. I just begin to wonder how much of an effect that has had a little bit. And again, he's pitched well, so you can't argue too much about it. But Danny's having something to say to the home plate umpire. And the fans downstairs can be really funny, too.
Yes, they can. Brockhouse's pitch. Once again, fouled off by Dopp. Dopp doing a very good job of staying alive in the count. So still 2-2. And maybe a little high for ball 3.
Yeah, that there's no way that was a strike. I know the Kalamazoo fans wanted that, but that was too outside. And number 2 is Fultz brought it back. He's trying to frame it. Good umpires aren't going to buy that all the time. Got
and Dobbs' check swing is a little too far for the strikeout. And out number 1 for Earlham is off a strikeout. And that is Brockhouse's third strikeout in 4 outs to start off his collegiate career.
Well, Quakers being out hit again today. Too.
Yeah,
got the 2 runs. And the theme of the game kind of feeling a little bit like yesterday. Just
being
out
hit, but they still are up in the game. Hatfield hits a one-hopper to shortstop. Wiley is there, and he makes the easy throw across the diamond to Leclerc for out number 2.
Well, the Quakers might be pressing again.
Yeah.
Knowing they just can't. I mean, you're talking about what we had yesterday, 4 hits?
Yeah, 4 hits yesterday.
And then you have your 6 hits in just 2 games?
Yeah.
Just it's again, you're up 2-1. It's just not going to get the job done for the most part.
Because there have been multiple times Kalamazoo has threatened.
Yeah.
But Gorman has done a very nice job of getting out the inning. Pensura takes a strike. And you can't always rely on your pitcher to always get out of jams.
Well, and how long will he go today? You're not going to get 9 out of him every game.
Exactly. Pensura hits a pop fly to center field. Price Dash is there, and he will make the grab for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kalamazoo. And Earlham still leads 2-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we will be right back.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
We are back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we will move now to the bottom half, or I should say top half of inning number 7. Today's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub, no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Saturday, the Black Forest ham, and Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. All right, let's see if the right-hander Kyle Gorman can continue to throw well here today. He's given up 5 hits, just 1 run. And Novetzky will step to the plate here in the top of the 7th inning. Novetzky 0 for 2. And the breaking pitch in there for a strike.
Again, Gorman is still doing a very nice job on the mound. Just wondering how much more you'll be able to get out of him. At some point, the offense has got to come alive for Earlham. And I think you mentioned it down in Florida, the competition goes up another level. And if they can't bring their offense down to Florida, it won't be a very productive trip for them.
Yeah, they'll have 4 games. Try to get that thing turned around before they come back. Want to remind you, after this game, we'll have about a 30-minute break and then play game 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyle so far, the 5 hits, 1 run, unearned. Pitches outside. He has 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Novetzky struck out back in the 5th inning. Hit well down the right field line, and coming over near the line and making the catch is McFadden, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring up Austin Duff.
I will give credit to Earlham so far in today's matchup. The defense has played so much better than they did yesterday. Have not committed an error in today's game.
Yeah.
And give them credit for that.
Yeah, they had, as you mentioned, the 4 yesterday was an eye-opening day for the Earlham defense as that pitch is outside. Two for 2 today now for Austin Duff. Check swing. Count is even at 1-1.
Now you got somebody just doing soft toss in the bullpen for Earlham.
Yeah, he is well disguised, by the way. They still have all their warm gear on.
It's still cold outside.
2 balls and a strike now to Duff. Yeah, don't ask me who he is. You can only see his eyes.
And I'm not really good at identifying people by their eyes.
Two hopper to the third baseman, Dopp. 2 away. Here's Price Dash. Price Dash 0 for 2. Flew at his last time up in the 5th inning. The pitch by Gorman. He'll show a bunt and fouls it away. Right now, Jack Taggett is the pitcher of record for Kalamazoo. He cannot get the win today. It should rephrase that. There's a hard shot past the third baseman, Danny Dopp. 6th hit of the ball game. So Price Dash, the number 9 hitter. That'll bring up now Jordan Wiley. Wiley's 0 for 2 with a walk. That happened in the 5th inning. We want to remind all of you, you can follow along all the live stats as we go and all Earlham sports information on GoEarlham.com. Gorman will come set. The stretch and the pitch, low and outside.
And again, this goes back to, say if Wiley draws a walk or he gets on base, another time Kalamazoo is threatening. And I think one thing we learned yesterday is that they keep threatening, eventually they're going to come across the plate.
Yeah.
And again, Earlham's offense can't be happy with 2 runs.
Yeah, they know that all too well after yesterday.
Yes, they do.
You know, that meeting after the game didn't last as long as I thought it would. I think they just got the point across and got these guys out of here knowing it was an early start today.
Well, I mean, there's really not no point beating around the bush.
No. Gorman again to first. Price Dash, the potential tying run at first base. Wiley came in hitting at .500, a very dangerous leadoff hitter. We talked about his stolen base potential. That pitch is low. 38 stolen bases 1 year ago. And he's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Exactly where you want to be. See if you can get Kyle Gorman to make a mistake if you're Kalamazoo. The pitch. Outside, snap throw to first, not in time. And the count now 3-0. Somebody's happy down there. The fans that are here only maybe 50 feet, if that, behind the backstop area, so the players can hear everything.
And so can we.
There's ball 4.
And just like I said a few moments ago, Troy, you get that walk. Now all of a sudden they're threatening. And how many times have we seen 2-out rallies?
Way too many.
Oh, it's Joe Gerb.
Yep, Gerbis is warming up. He's going to have to work pretty quick. He just took off his gear, and they're going to make the change. So Earlham is going to make a pitching change here in the 7th inning. As Kyle Gorman is done for the day, Joey Gerbis is coming up next. We'll talk about Joey in a moment. 2-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Now, Joey Gerbis is the new pitcher and the right-hander, making his now fourth appearance, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks, an ERA of 6. And he will inherit 2 base runners. 2-1 lead for the Quakers here now in the top of the 7th inning. Things getting a little dicey as Leclerc will step to the plate, 1 for 3 today. Gerbis, hard-throwing right-hander. Guy that can start, spot start, long relief as he's attempting to do today. There's a swing and a miss. They really like this young man. Gerbis, kind of one of those guys who will do whatever you ask him to do.
Can't have enough of those kind of guys on your team.
Here's the stretch. Check of the runner at second, comes home with a pitch and missed low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Gerbis, 6'3", 185 out of Liberty Township, Ohio. Corey Peters also out of Liberty Township, as is Sam Sprocket. The pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss.
That was nasty.
So Leclerc now down on the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners will get leads at first and second. Again, 2 away. Could be a big inning either way. How this thing may fall, either on Earlham's side or the side of Kalamazoo. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. So Gerbis puts out the fire here in the 7th inning. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 7 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers continue to lead this one 2-1.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Well, the Quakers able to get out of that top of the 7th inning with the 2 runners left on base for Kalamazoo. Joey Gerbis getting the strikeout. 1 change for Kalamazoo. We'll get to that in a moment. It'll be McCabe, Embry, and McFadden. And Brockhouse back in, the left-hander, a swing and a miss.
I like this freshman. Kalamazoo's got a nice pitcher right there.
The new left fielder, Alex Cracked. That's the only change so far, as that breaking pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCabe for 2. The leg kick and the pitch. It's outside, 2-1. By the way, there's another right-hander throwing in the bullpen for the Quakers. There's a strike. And it is quickly 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Gerbis still throwing, so that is Gerbis trying to get some extra warm-up pitches in the bullpen, so he's going to stay in the ball game. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, hit foul. And we'll stay at 2-2. Now, there was a little meeting over here between innings. Coach Sakasitz made his way across. The head coach, I believe, for Kalamazoo was saying something to the umpire. Had both umpires come together. It was a little meeting. There's a swing and a miss. I'm not sure what that meeting was about. It didn't seem like it was pleasantries, though, did it?
It really didn't.
1 away. Here's the Embry.
And I tell you what else is in pleasantry for Earlham. This pitcher, Brockhouse, 4 strikeouts already.
Yeah, so now that means offensively, if you're not going to get the job done today and you only have 2 hits, you better hope that Gerbis and the rest of that pitching staff does their job. Now, Gerbis has sat down. So I'm not sure now if he's going to come back or not. I would think that they would give him a chance to come back and throw.
Unless they just want to use him more for next game.
That's lined up the middle, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. So Easton Embry with a 1-out single. And here's Andrew McFadden. McFadden 0 for 2. You mentioned Brockhouse, 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. McFadden again 0 for 2, a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. The pitch on the way, check swing, it's in there for a strike. Game 1 of 2 here today, and the 3-game series will be in the books. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, and no throw.
Interference.
Yep, they're going to bring him back. They're going to say the hitter, McFadden, stepped in front of the catcher.
Which he did. And
that means that McFadden is out.
I think that's the 2nd time this season McFadden has been called for interference on a steal to second base while he's at the plate.
So essentially a free out right there for Kalamazoo, and that'll bring up Jackson Mitchell. Well, he swung so hard by the time he got done, he stepped right in front of the catcher, and that's, again, a pretty easy call. Mitchell has struck out twice.
This one's different because last time we saw it, the umpire called the runner out as well as the batter. So, but I know that's the 2nd time this season McFadden has been called for interference at the plate.
There's a strike. Well, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The stretch once again by Brockhouse. The pitch hit foul. You can hear some of the fans downstairs saying that McFadden was in the box, but he actually stepped over the line, and you could tell he was right in front of the catcher.
Yeah, and think about it. If Oates throws that ball, McFadden is down.
Yeah, he's out. That pitch low and inside. Nobody going at first base. Embry freezing on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mitchell struck out back in the 3rd. Struck out in the 5th inning. As Mitchell gets the start today at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They're going to get him picked off. Throw down to second. Now he's in a rundown. And that tag laid on, and that'll do it for the base runner Embry. And that'll do it for the Quakers in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And the momentum going back now toward Kalamazoo. 2-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
2 on your scores. We will head now to the 8th inning as we're getting a little tight here in a game that the Quakers have managed to score 2 runs on just 3 hits. 1 run, 6 hits today for Kalamazoo. Gerbis back in for another inning of work. Dominic Michael is now throwing in the Earlham bullpen. We had seen a couple of throwers for Kalamazoo. That bullpen is quiet at the moment. They like what the left-hander Brockhouse has been able to do so far. It will be Koselman, Fultz, and Hecht all due up. We mentioned that the new left fielder, Crack, will hit in the number 6 hole if he's available here in this inning. So here we go. It is Koselman to step in first. And the pitch by Gerbis on the way is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Koselman, couple of base hits today. Pitch is inside. Singled back in the first, also singled in the 6th inning. Gerbis' 1-1 pitch, tap to the right side. Charging is Mitchell to throw to first in time, 1 away. Here's Fultz.
Mitchell's been a really nice freshman to start out this season. I'm really curious to see what Sakosis will do with him when Jandro comes back.
Yeah, Jandro out with an injury, has not had a plate appearance yet this year. They will love to get him back. That pitch in there for a strike, that will certainly help this offense. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Fultz 0 for 3, a strikeout to his credit today as Gerbis. He has set down the first 2 he has faced. That's a check swing foul. That ball hitting the concrete to our right. That will be now a batting practice baseball. So they might sneak that in, let Gerbis get a little extra grip on some scuffed up baseballs.
Maybe.
Huh? The 0-2 pitch. There, oh my.
Oh.
I think Fultz he just caught a break.
Yeah. I'm curious where that missed at.
Must have been a little bit outside. Here's your 1-2 delivery on the way. Almost the same location, a little bit lower though, 2-2.
I'm really curious where that last pitch missed at.
Yeah, Gerbis thought he had the strikeout.
Yeah.
He was ready for that ball to go around the horn, and unfortunately didn't happen. We'll go to 2-2. Fultz back in the pitch. Lined into right field. Going back on it will be McFadden. He won't get to this one. That's going to be extra bases, as Fultz will hold up at second with a 1-out double, and there is your tying run. So with 1 out, man at second, we will have a pinch runner now down at second base. Coming into pinch run is number 29, which is J.D. Seablom. So Fultz coming out, and at the plate will be Hecht. Noah Hecht 0 for 3. So we will have a new catcher in the next half inning for Kalamazoo. Gerbis now set, checks the runner. The pitch on the way to the plate in the dirt, 1-0. Hecht is grounded out all 3 times.
Earlham can use a 4th one right here.
Gerbis, the second pitcher used here today, as that pitch is outside. Kyle Gorman got the start. Still, by the way, the pitcher of record now for the Quakers. If he does pick up a win here today, the Quakers find a way to squeeze out a victory here in the second game. Gerbis checks the runner again. The pitch grounded toward the shortstop. Pinsura charging, throwing, gets the out at first as the runner will advance on to third. So 2 away. And now the tying run standing down at third base.
It's a big bat for Kalamazoo and Earlham right here.
By the way, this will be Brendan Gosselin. So Gosselin will be hitting in the number 6 hole. As he will hit here in the 8th inning. The pitch on the way is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gosselin started yesterday's first game. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Might have got a piece of it.
Maybe.
1 ball, 1 strike. Seven hits now for the Hornets of Kalamazoo, and a tying run down at third. Gerbis with a pitch on the way, missed it low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Boy, for the Quaker offense, hits have been at a premium. Again, just 4 yesterday, only 3 here today. They let a lead get away late. Wind really starting to pick up. Now, we thought, at least the forecast was telling us it was going to get breezy. And those winds are starting to gust a lot harder than they were earlier.
Yes, they are. And we still have a whole nother game to play.
Yes, we do. They're blowing straight out and then every once in a while gusting to right field. The stretch by Gerbis. Your 2-1 pitch on the way. Oh, my. Gerbis is wondering where that, I think we all are. Where was that pitch at?
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's missing.
It must have been low
Had
because,
to have been.
Yeah, because it was right down the middle. We're right behind home plate. Gerbis' next pitch on the way, high and inside for ball 4. So now the double by Fultz.
Got a pinch hitter.
And we may have a double switch here, too. They got the runner, Gosselin, at first, but I think he's going to stay in the ball game at some point. And, well, they're going to bring him out now. He may still go in as a defensive player, but now you're going to see Doug Propson at first base, which means we are going to see all kinds of changes coming up at some point here. So Propson is at first.
And it looks like we have a pitching change.
Yep. So changes galore coming up. We have 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. And for the Hornets, they're threatening, trying to tie this ball game 2-1, Earlham on top of the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Dominic Michael will be the new pitcher for the Quakers. We'll give you his numbers here in a couple of moments. We mentioned that Seablom is down at third. Propson is now at first base. We will see all kinds of changes, however this is going to be maneuvered in the next half inning defensively for Kalamazoo. Dominic Michael on the season. This will be his fourth appearance, 3 2/3 innings, giving up just 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a 0 ERA. And the right-hander taking his final warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go. And by the way, another change right here. Novetzky is out. And Amani Kareem, who started at second base yesterday, will pinch hit in the number 7 spot. We have a whole lot of jockeying for positions here, don't we? And cat and mouse game going on. Both coaches trying to make just the right moves. So now runners at first and third. 2 away, the stretch and the throw to first. Propson, again the pinch runner at first. Keep an eye on him, as will Dominic Michael. The stretch.
Propson's going to take off at some point.
Pitch on the way, hit high into right field. He didn't take off, and he may have regretted it as McFadden is there. And McFadden makes the catch, and the fire is put out here in the 8th inning. And another inning in which Kalamazoo may look back and say, boy, what if? So Dominic Michael does his job. We will head to the bottom of the 8th on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham leads this one 2-1.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Well, Quakers could use a couple of insurance runs as we move now to the bottom of the 8th inning. The new left fielder coming in for Kalamazoo will be Ryan Morgan. And the new catcher behind the plate is the first pitch in there for a strike. That'll be Moran coming in to catch. Quakers have Mitchell to lead things off. He was at the plate in the last half inning. He lines this one to center field. There's one away. Mitchell was up when Embry was caught in a rundown. Here's Isaiah Shake. Isaiah today 0 for 2, does have a run scored. He did walk. That was back in the third inning.
I tell you what, if Earlham holds on to pull out this win, you got to give the pitching staff a lot of credit for the way they battled today.
Yeah, they got a couple of holds there right when they needed them. 1 ball, no strikes. But I think I'd feel a little bit better if you could maybe get 1 more or 2 more runs here. The pitch on the way by the left-handers outside, 2-0. As we mentioned, game 2 will be about 30 minutes following this one. That pitch by Brockhouse in there for a strike. They do have a right-hander throwing. Speaking of Kalamazoo and their bullpen, the Quakers, that may be, well, Michael is still up. The 2-1 delivery on the way is up high, 3-1. So Earlham may finish this day with only 3 hits unless they get something here in this inning. Swing and a miss. Big cut right there by Isaiah Shake.
I got to give credit to Brockhouse, though. He's come in and he's done such a great job on the mound in his first collegiate game.
And he has quite a change of pace from the left side. And that pitch on the outside corner, Isaiah caught looking. So here's Robertson. And 2 away. Addison will step to the plate. 0 for 3 today with a run scored. He has struck out twice. Brockhouse shaking off a couple of signs from Moran. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the right side. Takes a high hop there for the second baseman, Duff. And we will head to the top of the 9th inning. Quakers need to get another half inning of good pitching right here because the hitting just has not been there much today. Only 3 base hits. We'll find out how this one ends up in a couple of moments. 2-1 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Well, Dominique Michael is back out for another inning of work as we head now to the top of the 9th inning. There you see it, 2-1. Earlham trying to even this series. The rubber match, if they do win this one, will come up in about 30 minutes following the conclusion of game number 2. It appears that Alec Bryan has now taken over in left field, and everybody else is the same for the Quakers defensively. Austin Duff. A couple of base hits now by Duff. Will be the leadoff hitter. Well, let's go back again for the Quakers pitching staff. Gorman got the start. 6 2/3 innings. He struck out 6. Gave up 1 run. Gerbis came in. Gave up just the 1 hit. Dominique Michael, a third of an inning. at work, and right now it's been the bullpen that's done the job that let him down last night. The pitch by Michael on the way in their first strike.
Well, another opportunity for the Quakers to learn how to close out a game. They're in another tight battle, and let's see if they learned any lessons from yesterday's game moving over to today.
The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays inside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Well, Duff and Price Dash, they have 3 of the 7 hits today for Kalamazoo at the bottom of their order. So they stay in the ball game. Here's the pitch, and it's outside, 2-1. Well, the Kalamazoo bullpen has a right-hander. So far, things quiet for the Quakers. Fly ball, left center field. There is Isaiah Shake, and one away. Here's Price Dash. And we said it yesterday. The one thing about it, Earlham bullpen were walking so many guys. Just put the ball in play.
Exactly, and you never know what could happen. You got to trust your defense behind you, and we've seen a lot less walks from their pitching staff today.
That pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Stay ahead of the hitters as well, and Price Dash falls behind at 0-1. You have Wiley coming up next. That's another guy you want to make sure he does not get on base. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball low and outside. And the count is even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball. That falls in for a strike, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Boy, he just taps out and reaches out and taps that one foul as Price Dash will stay alive. Well, any way you can, you got to stay right in there and try to get on base. Kalamazoo rallied last night for the win. They're hoping to make it 2 in a row. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch hit foul.
Let's go 2-4, win this. Come on, 2-4.
If things stay the way they are, the Quakers will see Gorman pick up his 2nd win of the year. The 1-2 delivery on the way is outside, 2-2. I don't know if college baseball does holds or not, but you would think that Gerbis would get a hold. Save opportunity right here for Dominic Michael. Slow roller up the middle. Pinsura charging. Nice throw to first. 2 away. So now it's up to Jordan Wiley. Wiley steps to the plate, struck out looking in the first. He flew out in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, and walked in the 7th. And anytime this guy gets on base, you got to really watch him. But Dominic Michael hoping to finish this one out right here. Breaking pitch. No balls and a strike. Dominic's next pitch on the way. Hit off the end of the bat foul.
One more strike. And again, if they hold on to win this ball game, you got to give the pitching a lot of credit in today's game.
Well, they're going to say it's 1-1. That first pitch apparently was outside. He signaled like it was a strike. I think everybody up here saw him go like this, but he said it was outside. So it is actually 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Line drive toward the second baseman, and that will do it. So Wiley lines out. He hit it well, but right at our second baseman, Mitchell, who snags that one, and this one is in the books. So the Quakers offense, they struggle again here in game number 2, but as you said, the offense did their job, and they were able to get this one completed, and Earlham picks up the win, and now 2-1 on the win and 4-3 on the season. They will play, they're going to discuss as far as when they'll start game number 2, but again for the Quakers, nice win after coming back and letting that one get away last night. Gorman gets the win, 6 strikeouts, 6 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits. Dominic Michael will pick up the save, and the Quakers win it just on 3 hits on the afternoon. So give us a little bit of a break. We'll be, I'd imagine, around 25-30 minutes. I know the Quakers want to get on the road after this game. They'll head to Florida, but Earlham wins it by a final of 2-1. We'll be back with Game 2 coming up in about 30 minutes. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.